Well, good
Gamers.
evening. Hello.
Hello,
I'm
my
Dante,
dude.
and it's Zaf on the co-coms today. We had to do this because Andy's laziness last year in this tournament made the VOD disappear, and we didn't get Zaf on the Andy YouTube, so we're making this happen now.
I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get onto an Andy stream at some point. So like this is really just my attempt to get a claim to fame here, truthfully. But oh yeah, the zelgawoods start. The raw nonsense that is happening, by the way, for those of you who are
Incredible.
Love it. Zelgawoods being probably the best delightful setting that could come out of what I'm just like watching all this happening at once. One of the best things that could come out of like the settings this year, and not inverted key drop or literally anything else that Andy has
Listen, we like fun around here, and I gotta say, zelgawoods is fun. So yeah. I'll concede that. But we did see, I believe it was Sank in Skull Woods, which is kind of hilarious.
And Skull Woods at Castle, which is even better.
So we basically just did the back and forth swap. Okay, hang on. Is Alaszun literally about to... Are we fake flippering? Okay. I haven't seen this since, like, when I was playing CrossKeys, and that has been a hot minute. But I guess he's not going to houlihan, surely.
He may not. Okay, so I suspect not. I suspect if literally nothing else. So without getting into, like, the zelgawoods theory crafting with other things... I suspect he's not doing this because he's got $50 for bombs. This is more like the power of this top route, especially when your Sank location is complete dog water, is actually a lot more interesting because you're looking for connectors because you now have Skull Woods in the pool of shit to do. Meanwhile, Andy's literally... He's never seen this room before.
Yeah, I'm so confused as to what Andy was doing. The interesting thing, though, Alaszun found... Paradox, and no bombs yet, no weapon yet, but soon.
Yeah, and so this is an interesting case where Alaszun's going to drop down. He's going to get bombs out of here, which is really nice because of like the good old Invrosia start. You come, get bombs, get your ass beat, get some magic, etc. He may go back for it as well, like may just take this. And this is kind of going back to like the why Alaszun's doing this is you have more opportunities for resources and interesting like variations by going this top route basically, and he knows that Sank is shit because it's at Skull Woods. So
I think that was Misery Mire as our green pendant, but we did find Sahashala.
Yeah, we found Saha in Mire, so you know.
I'm noticing a trend here. Is this like a new? Is this the new PRNG? Like if you couple a couple of these together?
Oh, no. So...
Maybe not. Maybe not. All right, there's the houlihan. That's a lot of money.
I'm shocked that he did this, but at the same time, it's like you get the resources, and if nothing else, like it's a little bit slower. You get resources, you start, and you don't have any problems. And now Alaszun has the bombs to also like go back for Paradox, start everything else, get going. So like it works out. Like it's a little bit slower, but you're safe, and he knows exactly what he wants to do. So, and the other thing too, as like an interesting aside about this, which is like the pinball key no longer being plandoed there. So Andy going to be able to get all these other items, whereas Alaszun was kind of like, crap, I can get one thing, and is gonna eventually get around to it because of how the drop downs are sort of like placed. But yeah, it does mean some very interesting stuff when you have this like Sank in Skull Woods and stuff you can do, because you can go and just get bombs quick, like you can drop and get this stuff. So
it's just kind of all over the place. You have to like change your like frame of mind when it comes to all this. I'm curious what Andy's doing now, because he went north. Are we trying to farm drops here?
I'm a bit confused as to what he's doing, but like someone saying like, is any case going walking out? Like this might be it, just to see like where this is, or I guess is maybe trying to. Oh, I guess he's trying to farm the 8 bomb pack. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we are in Paradox here. 2 items, nothing of value in the 2 chests, but 5 more up top. We'll get there.
Yeah, as a reminder, he was in Skullwoods, and they tend to have bombs in Skullwoods. But anyway,
Yeah.
So
Triple kill there. That was very nice from Alaszun and pulling a mirror. Incredible.
get the best item. I mean, like Andy's going to see this in event. Like if he follows through, he'll get this mirror very quick. So
I mean, if he does what I've seen him do in the past, it might be like, an hour and a half before we check Flute 2.
no, how'd you do it?
Wow.
Wow.
And I think we went out the bottom here on Alaszun's side. So this is a little bit of a, I guess, the bunny area. But at the same time, we got the mirror. So this is going to be 4 entrances instead of just 1. We'd love to see that.
It's going to be like Alaszun is already in like his happy place. Andy, you got to go through, brother. You're just going to be dead on the spot. He's in his happy place. He has a mirror. He's going to find connectors. He is going to be fat kid in a candy store. He is going to walk in, gobble everything, and just keep pushing through. Like that is his MO on mirror starts. He's in a great spot, and he will continue to do so. So like, just hold the direction, have the mirror out, and go. So yeah.
Well, a map to this dungeon. That's going to give us a little bit of information. The sea has appeared, and it does not stand for the Australian Restream Crikey, but it stands for Crystal in this case. So Andy going to get the mirror, makes a little bit of a face over that.
Being like, no, I farmed these 8 bombs. I'm keeping them.
Yeah, and he's not going to have that info that Alaszun has, at least for now. Oh. Okay, so a blind race game check. This is something you actually don't get the benefit of, or rather the luxury of seeing very often.
Yeah. What's nice too is with this Sank spawn, actually, like the mirror is now a really easy route to CAC because as Andy literally just did, it's like, okay, cool, I'm in Lost Woods, I can go south. So it's basically just like your Sank is in Lost Woods with 2 extra steps.
Yeah. We get the potion shop pretty early as well. No mushroom, but maybe one day. Maybe never.
Maybe never, yeah. Always turn it mushroom cats, unless you're against Talithar, in which case you fake powder that. Sorry, not sorry.
Oh god, the well is up here. Andy just stared at the camera for a brief second, and I relate to that feeling.
That, yeah. You don't want that because like that looms and it's like, okay, cool, you have to do this. Like it's the worst, absolute worst feeling seeing that. Comms, I'll go get another drink if I have to, Clear Mouse.
Oh, Andy pulls a hammer, bites his lip. I guess I don't know if I'm surprised to see that. I mean, not like it's that far out of the way.
There is no way that he is doing this. Like, he's not clearing this right now, brother. Leave. Like, this is a quick mirror. He's got the big keys. Like that was the contemplation. And no, don't.
Yeah,
do
don't.
Not do the. Yeah, nah.
Oh
yeah,
god.
No, get out. Hit
Yeah,
button.
There's the mirror.
Yeah. Or coward out of there, Chief.
Right, so Alaszun came out of what appeared to be the top of, I guess, the mirror portion of the Light World area bumper cave.
Yeah.
Man, the brain is dead today. But I think that was through a dark connector, and I'm not sure which one. Probably DM Descent.
Yeah, he did the end descent there. So I assume that was at. I missed where it was because we were too busy watching the plethora of goodies. But
we'll get some more goodies. It's somewhere in Kakariko.
Yeah.
So
I think it was Avern that he took that, which again, like at this point, like the store, hold up into connector, have mirror out. Like that'll. Okay, we have a glove. Yeah, sure.
This early too. Wow.
I mean, neither of them are going to be upset about this, right? Like you always kind of worry. I mean, not really always, but like I have the mirror, have all these things. You have to like gonna go through a separate suite for glove entrances. Nah, you just get it all at once. Now you're just waiting for the moon pearl, and you have the true Jesus take the wheel experience. Like you can just go and just get everything done. You don't care, and in 35 minutes your map tracker is complete. It's like one of the lowest Carmen San Diego. You're thrilled.
It's wide open at that stage, and this is where I think you actually hope for a moon pearl to maybe be like an hour in, instead of 10 minutes.
Moon pearl is like the absolute worst thing to see, because then it's like, all right, cool, it's not the worst, especially when you have all these other goodies. It's really when you have the moon pearl and nothing else that you kind of do that. Here we go again, and you just buckle up and
Yeah.
yeah. So
All right, Ganon info now for Alaszun.
yeah.
I'd have been surprised if we didn't see that.
Yeah, and this is like also they're both extremely smart with this, where it's like this is basically a free trip to CAC, despite the fact that my the sync spot is kind of not great, but like this gets you exactly where you want to go. Like he'll check this, like he will be doing everything in these two sweeps, so he's thrilled. Just don't get got by the world's happiest NPC.
Now we find yet another connector. Brother's house, going to be north of Village of Outcasts. Going to mirror, and Alaszun's going to get his glove from the Mire Shed as well.
Yeah.
Andy getting his steps in. Looks like we're going back to Paradox. Probably going to go through some connectors.
I mean, just happy CrossKeys noises. Again, you've got a mirror, you've got a plethora of connectors. You're looking for ways where you can just you do the world in one single trip, and so yeah, they're both doing the usual thing. They're happy, they're thrilled.
Oh well, we love to see Mimic Cave. That's incredible. The interesting part of that is now if Andy doesn't die, he's gonna die. I was gonna say he was gonna be able to go out the bottom and do those glove, or at least one of the two glove checks, but not the case.
Well, my cornucopia of connectors. I mean, we've already seen like every entrance of desert. We've got Paradox. We know where the Brothers is. We've got all the extra Skullwood stuff. Like, what more do you want, Clear Mouse?
I mean, is a cornucopia? Is that like Iowa, where all the corn is?
I love you. Don't ever say that again.
That's a big word for old Daaanty.
Yeah, look, I'm so glad that you got your calendar word of the day, but don't do me like that. It's too early.
All right, so we find the blacksmith. So whenever we get mitts, if we'd have pulled mitts there, I think I'd have like completely crap myself. But we get a sword on Bottle Vendor. We will take that.
I'll absolutely take that.
Let's see, Andy has enough money. He will not miss that here. Free item here in Back of Tavern. Just going to be a piece of heart. Oh, it's the bad Ice Rod Cave. I love when you're like early on and you see Ice Rod Cave and you're like, oh great, free item. And then suddenly it's not a free item.
The mosaic opens up, with the screen just opens up. I was like, oh fuck, okay, walk out.
Yeah. With the hammer, we do have access to this connector that Alaszun's entering. This is sort of useful, but not really. We don't need the heart. It'll be fine. Andy now grabbing his shovel too.
Yeah, they'll walk out of here roughly the same time. I forget where Alaszun left his portal for all of this stuff. This may be like him going to grab... Okay, there it is. Like he's going to grab the portal, bring it down, do the rest of this. So he'll have the... He's already done race game 2, so this is just for K45 into the south.
Yeah.
Checks, yeah.
Well, we don't need the Arrow Game House today, but we can find something. No, it's just the Broccoli Man.
Broccoli, yeah.
We can check an item cave off now. That was hammer pegs, and that is just 20 bucks. We don't need that. We're not stacking our pennies yet for Zora. This will route nicely for both of them if they choose to go south. More so, I think, for Alaszun because he's going to get all these extra entrances. But they both have that shovel, so whatever item is waiting for them there, they'll both be able to grab it.
Super nice for both of them. They're going to get the Mimic Cave that they both found. Ali said Alaszun's going to get 1 or 2 more pieces out of this, but Andy will get back here as well because he will check all these things with his, like, when he eventually gets the Moon Pearl, and as long as the Moon Pearl wasn't a K45, so like we're good.
Yeah. Andy getting that full heart container. Lord knows he needs it.
You take that first death in Paradox Cave, you're like, all right, well, this is the kind of seed I'm gonna have, so.
Where's my red mail?
I've got the mirror, give it to me.
Back into Dark World for Alaszun, and this is the, I guess, the beauty in a way of no boot start, where you don't really get penalized too bad except for your mirror transitions. So for the bunny walking, I guess, and you could just get a plethora of entrances done all at one time.
Yeah, the real, like, interesting, or like air quote interesting sort of calculus on that is, like, if I have boots, you don't really want to be doing the bunny walk stuff until you absolutely have to. Like you said, it's like you don't really want to consider, okay, how much time am I losing?
Yeah.
Here you're just like, all right, everyone's like, and they both know enough about each other, like they're gonna be doing this. Like this is not something where like you're worried about what the other person does. Like it's both high level cross keys. Like they're just gonna take this route and get as much done as possible. Alaszun again being a little bit more efficient because he took the portal down, but Andy's not really missing anything that we've seen so far. So this is just
Yeah. We will get the eastern portion of this Southern Dark World trip done. Yeah. Not going to go down to Swamp Palace entrance. That's too far. I agree with that. Takes forever.
It might be more like just, that's going to bonk, yeah. Probably just waiting, because at some point he's going to make the choice of, do I either go to, go left or right? Actually, he's going to make choice to go left, because he's already been over at Shopping Mall. No, just Alaszun, but yeah, I mean.
Right. But we do get more entrances here in Light World. We may finally, at the 18-minute mark, get to see maybe what's on the Lake Hylia Island. Or we'll just actually get an Ancilla Flake Flipper. We'll take this.
I'm kind of surprised to see Alaszun do this early, because again, like with the sort of the save and quit that they have, like being in Lost Woods is something you can kind of do at any point. This might just be trying to recoup the entrance that he didn't get earlier in Shopping Mall. You don't have the Zora money. You really can do this a whole bunch, but South Light World, Dark World stuff is maybe a little bit more important here. But this might just be I don't want to leave this entrance. I don't want to leave an orphan. Like that's kind of like
yeah. I kind of thought actually that was just going to be the play for Boots. The unhinged Zora dive this early, but looks like we're done. We're not going south. We are going to the eastern area. Andy pulls a fire rod from Chess Game in Saha's entrance. So the two basically hand in hand, almost on the same screen. I guess technically they are on the same screen now, but we'll see what order they choose to do all this in. Andy about to enter the eastern entrance. It is Chicken Hut. we're gonna see what awaits us in the chest. It could be 20 bucks. It could just be 3 bombs. And it, yeah, 3 bombs. We love it. All right, Super Bunny, a book and a small key. That's going to be the TR. Going to need at least one of those, preferably a couple just for safety.
That way, in case you just, you know, flub into one of the doors. Tavo brings up a great point too, where Alaszun's portal actually is. He could take an overworld death to kind of recoup where he was and get like the Swamp Palace entrance. Probably not, because at this point it's just swamp, and you have traditional Dark World access.
Yeah.
But now this is even sweeter because he managed, like, I don't know if this is unnecessarily greed, like he was doing this, but he will actually now have the book in addition to everything as well, going into that, like, that south route. So
you could
nicer.
Take that portal. You know, I know we can't get it unless a sword shows up, but you get the info from Bombo's tablet, and you can take the book and just end it into desert
right
potentially.
Yeah.
So, pretty efficient option, not a super important option to do this early if you don't want to. But Act Tower gonna be at the castle main entrance. I don't know if this was, we saw this
early.
Okay.
And this is where like the Skullwoods connector that Andy found,
Yeah,
like, super early. So he's getting this done. He had, like, I think literally nothing to his name here, so.
Going back through the Skullwoods connector, it looks like, and this is going to put Andy, he knows this goes to the Mire area, so he will be able to mirror there, get a freestanding item, and get several entrances to go along with it. I'm sure Alaszun will be excited once he gets through this to see all that. Bookshot Cave at Agena. That's not really accessible at the moment as far as items. No. Well, we'd have one item. This is Hovering Band with the rule set that they are playing. So we can't hover to the chest, but we do find Hyrule Castle right. That's going to give us several items here. I'd assume Andy is just going to go ahead and head on to the back, or to the basement rather.
Easy fun items here.
A little chuckle there.
Yeah.
That's the best part about having the cams on the streams for the races, is just like watching the player reactions to the stupidity that is this randomizer sometimes.
I mean, it's not as though they won't make it back there at some point, because castle, or the top castle entrances. But even more, it's like, all right, cool, I get one extra thing in addition, so they'll be happy to see that.
I gotta say, after the last couple weeks, it's a little jarring seeing all the keys and on the enemy drops of the pots be vanilla.
Yeah, God. Again, I just can't, like, I understand, like, all right, cool, just go max settings and turn everything on, but there's also a certain point where it's like, no, like, you couldn't pay me anything to go, yeah, I'll do inverted, key drop, starting, flute, like, the whole smorgasbord, the cornucopia of settings, if you will. Great word. Easy calendar word.
I'm just gonna keep calling it the Iowa, so,
The Iowa of settings.
Andy gonna opt to go to the back. I was thinking this might be a touch dangerous given his skill level, at least today, but he does have a sword, so he'll be okay.
He'll be fine. Yeah, this isn't like Dark World snakes. This is just got full magic bar. Think Thanksgiving, not Iowa. I mean, they're the same thing to me, fam. The thing I think of.
Okay, we have
Alright.
shoes. We enjoy shoes.
We like shoes. Alazun will also get this, so again, it's there will be no
Yeah.
advantage, but like they're both again thrilled.
Gonna go into Desert Main. It is Eastern.
Do it.
It's
Thank you.
it's time. We have
Still
the
is
full
time.
Zelga package for the Zelgawoods settings.
Oh, that Eastern big key was in the left side of Skullwoods. Or it's like I think it's either map or compass, or it's in compass chest, I think. So actually, kind of nice for Andy, even more so.
Yeah.
I wonder if I expect Alazun might do 4 of 6 here because it's right there. It's quick as hell. So
Yeah, it's not that bad, especially with the boots he's about to get. So, and this isn't like just bad enough of a location where it's a little easier to say I want to dive this as we see Andy pull Bombos.
yeah, the other two is more so you don't really want to come back here for nothing. So like you'd rather just in Alazun's case, you're gonna do the 4 of 6. Andy's case, he's obviously going to do it, and then not as though we're like I guess we could find the Moon Pearl here for everything else, but it's we're not really gonna follow stuff because it's currently Moon Pearl lock, air quotes. Oh, actually, is it? Because it's the front of Skullwoods is available, so it could just be a have a Skullwoods we go.
I guess that's true. That's kind of odd.
It's a little funky. It's like I suspect that as long as we have a Skullwoods key in the light world, I actually don't remember. Like I just noodle on it. As long as there's Skullwoods keys available and that is light world accessible, it's gonna be
Yeah.
easy to get.
So we'll see what Alazun's going to be missing out on from not having that big key. So far, it is just Misery Mire small key. Not super essential in this mode, but again, nice to have. But we do have an
Your
item
first
on the
one.
boss. Yeah. Big chest, or the vanilla big key chest here in Eastern, going to be a compass to GT. Extra useless today. So to the back we go. You know, if Andy died of the Moldorms, I know he's got this fire rod, but I'm a little concerned for his well-being. Proving me wrong.
Proving you wrong. Yeah, I mean at this point you got. I mean he's got the starter kit. He's fine. It's a little bit worrisome for the hometown hero, but we got it.
Do you think he's nervous? I'm kidding.
I think more. Okay, so kind of non-memeingly, I actually think that Andy, like, for sure wants this win. Like, you don't want to lose, but it's like these two have known each other for God knows
Yeah.
how long. They've played enough. It's like there's a little bit of extra oomph. Feel like Andy definitely wants this.
Yeah, for sure.
Like to say,
Alright,
does he want to win it? But yeah.
Well, Andy into the boss fight. So we'll see if this is going to be one of our 7 crystals or a poopy pendant. It's $300 and it is a crystal, so required today.
A little bit more into the trust fund. He's happy, and then just back to exploring stuff. Back to where we were 3 minutes ago.
Yeah. Andy gonna try to super bunny this, I think.
So you have to do the bonk, leave.
You have to do
and
it
then come
twice.
back. Yeah, do it twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like he is gonna manage to pull that off, and no really good items for his troubles. Alazun gonna be the first one to Desert Ledge. That is a small key to the glorious Ice Palace.
No, I'm good.
Truthfully, I'm not sure why it's glorious. It just is.
Just yeah.
Okay, so we do get another connector to lead us out of the area. Andy gonna get the mail here. Is Andy gonna leave? Okay, he's gonna go out. I think Alazun is gonna either bomb jump, try the bomb jump across. Should have the lineup for it, so could get a plethora of information here.
In this case, this is the hookshot caves. Ooh, we take that. That's the castle.
Okay.
Not in logic, obviously, because that was the bomb jump across. But that's kind of.
Oh. Okay. We got a lamp. We can see in the dark now. We're gaming. Andy not gonna take that. So Andy gonna opt for the other entrances. We get Tower of Hera at the top right of Castle. Andy gonna get Blind's Hut though.
Just $100 here, more than likely.
Big key. That's to TR for Alazun. And does have that Hera small key. So gonna go to the basement here with fire sources that we have found. We have both of them. Even the bonus fire source known as Bombos. Blind's Hut, 5 items. You love to see when it's there, but then you get through it like Andy did, and you're like, I got nothing for my time.
Wish I had. Also, got maps, got more information. Like,
it's tough. Okay, Andy opting to Hookshot Cave here. This is the connector he decides he is gonna poke his head through. Lighting the torches on Alazun's side. Gonna get an item and a magic refill for his troubles. 3 bombs. No pay dirt yet. When Andy popping out on Dark Mountain, we know Mimic Cave is something. This is tough. Is he doing it? Is he actually going to do this?
I don't know that I agree with this, but
especially no Kane. Like if he had Kane here, I'd be all for this. But this is a play. That is the best way I could put that.
I'm looking at Alazun's. I didn't realize he has big key, small keys. Like I guess I get it. Like it's a little bit slow to get back to, but yeah, you're doing it here.
Chat calling it a pivotal moment potentially, and I guess that's true. I mean, if he dies the cold stare, definitely pivotal.
Yeah.
But you do have to think about convenience. It's not that hard to get to, but it's also not the easiest. And at the same time, you could be back with could get back with a cane to make it super quick in comparison. Andy showing the NMG strats. We don't get to see those often here in Rando. As Alazun finds the information deep down here in Blind's Hut. I thought muscle memory might take over and Andy was going to hover that. And then we'd just have to be like, well, GG's, game over.
I don't want to be a part of the admin moment where Alazun has to make the hard decision to go, well, you couldn't do IPBJ. I got to let you go, Andy.
I mean, to me, that's open and shut. Did get the bomb jump though, so he gets to continue on. Has that small key, so is going to be able to just go through the right door. That is going to save him a bit of time in comparison to, you know, having to go the long way. That's what really adds the time to this dungeon without Icebreaker. Pulling the tongue 2025. We love it. Getting a big key to Swamp. Good to have that early. Alaszun about to get the news about Ice Palace. He does not have the big key. Will not opt to go in at the moment. Gonna mirror and check. Spiral top.
Yeah, it's like, in Alaszun's perspective, 100% no reason to do this. Any different story altogether. Like I said, chat called me out on this. Is like we with the big key, small key, it, and again, bombos enough to go. You'll do this. It's not it. In the same vein of like you see it, you do it, and it's not the worst thing to do. And like again, I trust that Andy can throw some fire rod shots at big puffy balls. Like he's good.
It's possible that he could.
It's possible that he could. Yeah.
We did find out that it appears that Ice and Eastern are our 5/6 crystals. That doesn't really matter since we've seen that entrance on Alaszun's side, but he's gonna have the opportunity to get the bomb. Nowhere to take it yet. Hype Cave though, here on Alaszun's side, 5 items coming in hot and fast. Another Ice Palace small, luring us back, but not really. And the powder. Powder's nice. All right, Andy gets pod key number 2 in the big chest.
Like a pod key for our troubles for sure.
I think Andy is desperately trying to get a little extra magic, maybe? Maybe a bomb drop, actually, because of 1. Alaszun finding the news of Sick Kid or rather Lazy Kid, where he is. Andy with a decent strat there with the hammer and finishing the fight off. Gonna get flippers and another 5/6 crystal.
I was gonna have a very small giggle and sigh of relief that like, oh yeah, I did, like, again, not that he was going to, but
yeah,
like, oh yeah, now I'll get it. And so we'll probably eventually go back to that again. Like probably his case more greeting for the hook shot as long as possible, but he does have literally all the keys for it, and it's in kind of a meh spot. So at some point, and he, like I said, he's gonna walk in.
Oh man, the oh moment of I have 2 crystals and the bomb's available. Okay, sure. So now that Alaszun is in Pendant Skullwoods, as we see, the tracker updating on his side, and the P in the top left. We know it's a poopy pendant too. It might as well just say PP up there, but I don't know if we can get away with that.
Not in this age of censorship. Can't allow that. Not in my randomizer. Keep it civil. Keep it clean.
For sure. That dead rock. I thought he was actually going to block the entire path. We're getting a what do you call that? Water walk. I haven't seen it from there, which is incredible. But this is gonna let Alaszun go quickly back to Paradox. Looks like we are gonna go out the bottom entrance and rectify this potential 1 entrance all by itself.
I can't remember if there's the desert connector was also over here as. Oh,
Yes. Ooh. TR big chest gonna give us a piece of heart. This is gonna also give us crystal roller and access to quite a few things in the area.
Yeah. Also, again, just be happy to see another connector that you can take to in case like he goes through and the desert items are.
Yeah.
Be like, yeah, be thrilled to see this one way or the other.
Andy gonna opt to get the key?
You don't hate it, and he'll find the map and then go, okay, yeah, I'm not going to key steal this, right? He's the map.
Yeah.
It's like it's super free to get back to in case.
I'll steal the key, but I'll probably use it legitimately. No shenanigans. Pokey goes down for Alazun, and we will get lava chest for our mushroom. So where was the Turtle Rock big key?
Where was that? I was like, they should both have it, but no, he doesn't.
And maybe have been part of the Dark World journey that we saw Alazun do that Andy didn't. Chat will probably tell us in about 5 seconds. Hera, yeah. See, I was right. Chat told us. So yeah, that was that key in the lobby of Hera.
Right, that was in the lobby. Yeah.
We are going to go out left side as well. And we don't even care what it is because it's desert. But this is going to allow Alazun to finish up Eastern. We're here. Might as well do it. It's not going to get any faster unless we have silver arrows. And, I mean, we're not really going to hold out for those.
Yeah. Also, too, is probably in the back of his mind, like, oh, I really want to do this. And now that connector is just like, okay, you're going to do this, get it over with. And like you said, there's no better time to do, like, obviously, going to Meyer area, Pearl, get the items that I saw how they didn't get, but this is like the second or third best time to do it for him, so he'll take it.
Yeah, for sure. Andy gonna get his heart container, gonna mirror out of here, and we'll see what his next play is gonna be. While he's gonna have a thinking moment.
I think he wanted to check. This is gonna be the desert stuff, yeah. So he'll probably go there instead.
Yeah. He probably wanted to do crystal roller and then thought, oh yeah, I don't have a big key, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Gonna get his map to desert, and like you said, see the sea at the top left appear.
Yeah, and I go, okay, not gonna do this. Fine. Like I said, I think the desert right was that top of bumper light world. I don't remember where this took us, but I think it was kind of.
This is gonna be the race game.
Yeah,
So.
race game, yeah, right, yeah.
Okay, Andy gonna opt for the death here, so he can check right side and then save scum as key. I kind of like it. I also kind of don't. But I mean, he's sitting 3-0. I'm not.
Yeah, clearly he's done something right. So I'm not sitting 3-0. You're not sitting 3-0. No one else in chat's 3-0.
I mean, I haven't lost, but I also haven't won. So.
When was the last time you played CrossKeys?
On purpose?
Yeah. When's the last time someone conned you into playing CrossKeys?
Well, I meant like if it was mystery and suddenly CrossKeys, 20 bucks on right side, item 1. But I don't know, it's probably been well over a year at this point. Maybe I should do it again. Unless it was co-op CrossKeys.
Yeah, I was like, so, I guess I remember y'all were doing the co-op CrossKeys for League. That's right.
So I did do that, but by myself with no boot start. You know, I cannot be bothered in the day and age of being too busy to enjoy anything except these restreams.
Oh shit, look at the time. It's me not doing this to myself a clock.
Yes. All right, so we're gonna fake flipper yet again. I was wondering what Alazun was doing with the reset. I did notice that with the little emulator thing at the bottom left popping up, but that is to reset the ancilla variable. After you fight Armos, you kind of have to do that, otherwise you're just never gonna be able to do this unless you drown like 8,000 bombs. So very heads up game knowledge. Gonna get through the waterfall and see a terrible entrance that we don't care about today. Chat making sure to inform me that it's not 8,000 bombs, it's 2. My hyperbole is lost.
A cornucopia of bombs is usually used to reset that.
Good lord.
Will I let this go? No fucking way.
$50 on Zora, a really bad return on your investment.
So admittedly not keeping the best track of what's going on, but I think we've kind of run out of our light world options.
We really have. I guess we haven't really popped our head over to, Curiosity Shop and North Dark World with the 2 entrances, as well as, Dark Lumberjack. We also could have gone through Hyrule Castle main and west. I'm not sure where. Yeah, Hyrule Castle, I guess you could say logical to get to. And that, I think that is actually where Alazun's going. I mean, I'm not sure if we could stretch it this far, Zaf, but when you have two connectors that are unknown like this, as we see Alazun get a key here from one of them, you could say that we have almost a cornucopia of pivotal moments.
We have a cornucopia of pivotal moments as we sit out here in Iowa trying to figure out what to do.
We'll figure it out one way or another. We're being told in chat, and looks like it is the case on Alazun's tracker, pod being our last pendant with Skullwoods. So everything else is going to be a crystal. Okay, so Hyrule Castle West is actually going to give us what I would call logical access to the eastern portion of Dark World, putting the lamp in logic, as well as the Hera that we went to
as well. Yeah, so lamp is in logic, boots are in logic.
And now we're going to get Old Man Rescue as a bunny of a rare sight.
Yeah, no, we're no longer at Bury the Spell. We're just at Go to the Mountain. Which, up here, you also have a veritable cornucopia of entrances to check. So, like, you're happy.
That is true. So Andy going to be popping out, letting us know where the Old Man Save and Quit spot is. And that looks like Bumper Cave Upper up there where the Old Man is returned. Okay, we're popping out out of Skullwoods, and we're gonna go to the back, and that's Bumper Cave Lower.
Okay, dude.
I'm done with this game right now. Oh, mini Moldrum Cave. Gonna be 5 items. We should get a ped check. Chat is sad. Maybe parts of chat, not all of chat.
Yeah.
Five items away. We're gonna get a cape. Okay, so we could go through Bumper Cave. We don't need to, but we could. Red boomerang, small key to TR, and another small key. That's going to be to Thieves Town. You love to see that.
We'll take that. Yeah, we'll take that now for both of them. So never worrying about leaving that behind.
Might honestly be a little bit. Andy has a few, like, this is where Andy's going to kind of give a lot of this time back by doing these bunny checks that Alaszun has done earlier.
I mean, this is also thinking time too. Like, it's not as though you're not doing anything. We kind of talked about like that.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily want to bunny walk with boots, but this might be like, hey, wait a second, what have I done? Thinking about the Hyrule, the Mire area, the Hyrule Castle. So this is probably just like getting stuff done into, you know, what do I have left?
This is really cool with this item loadout. So, we can do, you know, the top of the mountain. We can do the eastern top of the mountain. We can drop mid. Get a bunch of entrances too. We can check Ether tablet. We don't need it, but we can check it.
We can do, like, I mean, again, they are happier pigs and shit. Like, they have so much to do right now. Sorry, I had to.
No, that's good. Oh man.
I mean, we're out in Iowa here. Like, yeah, I'm sure there are pigs, corn shit. Like,
okay, so we're gonna get an even better connector to right side of the mountain. We're gonna get this Sky Island connector resolved. Andy gonna turn his mushroom in. Alaszun gonna be finding the actual curiosity shop inside. And, oh no!
Yeah, just take it. Yeah.
Take it like a champ. We don't need those two entrances.
I mean,
surely.
Hopefully. And the other thought too is he can probably just come. Like, it's not. Where's Hyrule Castle? Hyrule Castle is at Checkerboard. Okay, well that spits you out there. Hyrule Castle Checkerboard, which is through Skullwoods to get there. So.
Yeah, Andy's, I think, desperately looking for his Moon Pearl at this stage. And maybe not so much thinking about connectors. I think his brain's going to get there in a minute. But I'm really thinking Thieves Town probably has some goodies.
Yeah, at this point, it would not shock me to see Alaszun just do Thieves Town in a, like, hey, I want to take time to think about stuff. He also has Ice Palace, which you can do. Probably not, like, probably is going to wait on that a little bit because it won't be the Moon Pearl, but, like...
Mm-hmm. Nice select buffering from Andy to bleed away a little more time. So we do still have, logically, we can bunny walk ourselves to right outside of Pod for an entrance. Andy gonna opt to do second chest of Castle Tower.
And this is also in the Hyrule Castle stuff. So, like, this is just on path. I'm gonna do that, go there and get that done.
Yeah.
So.
And Alaszun entering Thieves Town. I kind of feel like we're going to pull our Moon Pearl here. Not really a whole lot else. It could be.
Yeah, it's either Moon Pearl. At this point, we know where flippers are. It's like hookshot for the stuff in Hookshot Cave. But yeah, we're pretty much like down to the dregs at this point. And he will get to the mountain, so he'll be on path to this sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about this, you know, you get the Dark World access, it gets wide open, and luckily for these guys, it was pretty wide open early on in the first 54 minutes of this, but it's kind of funneled down to this moment of there's not a lot left.
Yeah, like the world, we've seen so, I mean, we have seen so much of the world at this point, right? Like, literally, both of them have, like, you know, their entrance trackers are, we have all the light world done, they'll have the mountain, they'll have so much. It's like, they're getting to a point where it's funneled into 2 or 3 spots, and you will see this. I think he's seen the other side of this as well.
He has not. It was Alaszun who's done it, or seen it. So, we'll see if he...
Yeah, he'll hold up, go, this isn't what I want. Back out.
Yeah, he's out. I missed what was in attic chest for Alazan, but I don't see the moon pearl lit up on the tracker, so not that.
Yeah. There's 10 bombs or something. Yeah, like something nice, but
nice, but not essential.
Yeah, and he might take this to pyramid. The plethora of Andy faces. He may stop here at the old man connector. He might take this through because he's not been on top of. Oh, because it was the bomb jump across Spec Rock that got Allison there.
Yes,
he might take this and go. Let me go to the castle.
Not a very happy man at the moment, but he'll be okay. We will get the big chest here of Thieves Town on Alazan's side. It is $20. Oh God, Andy finding back of Skull Woods. He's doing this? I mean, it's a pendant.
This might just bail.
Maybe.
He got those 4 keys.
Yeah.
Just
Fair enough. Into the blind fight now for Alazan. This will be crystal number 2 for him. Andy pulling another Meyer small. And looks like we are going to go fight the moth. Get the poopy pendant, as I've been calling it. $50 on blind. So Thieves Town, not our answer. Is required, though, for the crystal, but no progression as of yet.
I'm kind of shocked that wasn't it, which I think leads us to the middle drop being our answer now. So, like, back to the mountain.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think, like, what could Andy... I mean, obviously, in his mind, he could pull something, but I'm trying to think what he could pull here. That was a solid hammer fight. How's that getting the bad news about how that connector is going to pan out? The other thing, that we haven't seen that honestly could be what we need. I'm not sure how it would be what we need, but we haven't dropped down in Spectacle Rock. Like, that would be the logical one, but we haven't dropped down and actually exited out of that. Looking at the tracker, though, like, there's not really a lot of places of value that could be.
I'm trying to think of where that would be, where it would matter at this point.
Yeah.
Like,
Andy not too thrilled about that lamp. He looks a little shooketh.
Yeah, so Rich, it was the bomb jump across Spec that got Allison here early. So he has seen, he has been here.
Andy gonna get his information. We do know that he does not have that big key to Hera, so he is going to have to bail on the top portion of this, but he can do the rest. Bit of a head shake. He probably thinks he's gonna get his moon pearl here, like in a basement or something, but not gonna be the case either. We are back in Hyrule Castle for Alazan.
And I think Allison's decision earlier to take that spiral was, again, it made sense, right? It was items, location, like...
Yeah, you can't
be shaking his
fault
head
that.
a little bit, but yeah, you can't fault that at all. It's like, I would, you take the item over, like, the one guaranteed, like the one entrance. It's a little bit...
Yeah, like, you do the opposite, and then you leave your moon pearl behind there, and then, you kind of look stupid in a way. Indecision from Alaszun. Takes a little bit of damage and then decides, no, we're not doing this.
Yeah, I think he is completely and solely focused on give me Moon Pearl, right? Which I think is a
Yeah.
very reasonable. I want to completely clean this up, and I think it's a reasonable choice.
So things that are kind of outstanding. We do need to swamp small. We do need to find the dam if we're going to get inside that. We know where flippers are. They aren't logical at the moment, but we do know where they are. We're going to need a cane. Going to need an ice rod. Going to need a hook shot.
Yeah,
need a whole lot of
big
stuff.
Keys. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a whole lot of stuff, but you know, a couple things that are outstanding. We do have GT, which we've never seen. We're gonna have a Meyer show up at some point. Like, no pods. Like, there are a bunch of very large, like, item dense locations that we're gonna find very soon.
Right.
So it's super likely that, like,
Andy, what are you doing, sir? He just mirrored into the door. Did he try to super bunny that?
Andy, I don't know what we were doing, but I'm here for it.
All right, dropping mid, and this is the dam. Okay, so this is going to be an item, which is a small key, 2 pod. That's going to open up the item South Light World as well. God, if that's our Moon Pearl.
Because they are behind the Moon Pearl. They were on Cold Stare, which is in the Dark World, for chat. Oh, I thought we got spit out the bottom. Okay, well, haha.
No, we did not. GT, you mentioned it. A plethora of items.
Yeah.
Cornucopia, the whole
Incredible
shebang.
cornucopia.
Hey, there's mitts.
Ooh. Okay.
All right.
All right, sure.
God, what does that even do for us right now? Like,
Nothing.
the Moon Pearl's got to be down here in the bonk chest, right? Surely. Or it's the hook shot to...
Yeah. Sorry, it does one bigger thing. It does King's Tomb for us, is the one actual thing. Yeah, tell me, I was like, it does one thing for us. We also do have the damn item.
True. So these things that Alaszunirl is getting are out of logic, but, you know, we don't really care. Just if we're trying to piece all this together. That's half magic. Nice to have, not required. So nothing of value except that half magic in the DM room.
Yeah, we've got bow. We've got the keys. We're just going to go for this because you're going to do it at some point anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Free real estate.
So Moon Pearl maybe here? I don't know if key logic would allow it, but possibly. No, not today. Just a pod small.
I think logically we are down to, and I'm sure Telethar will call me on this, either our damn spot or King's Tomb. I think is all that's potentially left. There are... Sir, I know I'm asking a lot of you. Yeah.
I mean, I would say chat's right by saying that the Pearl's just basically on Shack Tool at this point. So, you know, it's in Metroid. Oh, there's the Swamp Small.
That's free to tell.
I don't think we saw these entrances from Alaszunirl, but
No, we didn't, because I think in his mind he's like, I'm gonna have to come back for this, and I think this was part of his route, was that like, oh, if the Pearl is on Spiral, I'll come back and get all this and everything else, whereas he'll do it again eventually. Just be a little bit upset, and like he's not missing anything by
nah.
you know, Andy wasn't able to do any of this stuff, so
Do some more walking on Andy's side here with as this bunny. Nice relaxing tune. All right, 4 items awaiting Alaszunirl here. Going to be Bob's chest. Going to be a heart container, and now we get to drop in to our lovely friends Ice Armos. 3 items behind the door. Alaszun with 4 arrows to spare. Gonna get a heart container. That's a big key. That's gonna be 2 Hera. So we, out of logic, we could do that. We know that's not gonna lead to. I mean, I guess it could lead to our Moon Pearl, assuming hookshot somewhere else, but I think that's a tall ask.
Yeah, at this point, it's certainly a nice to have, but also like, you know, swamp being a crystal, hookshot's likely going to show up. So either, again, that's behind the hookshot or behind Samaria and 2 more keys. So, yeah. 1 more key.
We are going to get a couple of dark checks. Oh, Andy with the decision time. He's also going to do this. He thought about it. He thought about it.
You're not happy about this decision, but you have to do it because you don't know where this leads.
Yeah. And then he's going to pop out on the castle and we'll probably get another face. There it is. Some indecision. Trying to think, where am I going? I think he's probably trying to ask for directions.
I mean, this is literally back the way you came.
Yeah.
Unlike Alaszun, who has a couple other things to do, and he's literally like, all right, back I go. Let me do this shit again.
Gonna cry ourselves all the way back up through this connector chain. I don't think he would go to spec. Oh, he is. He's gonna do spec. Oh, well, we found pod.
Oh, yeah. Again,
where in God's name was pod?
This is King's Tomb. So this is long. This is again like one of those. Hey, we were thinking about this. This has got to be out there. It's gonna have. Chad, give me a synonym for plethora. I can't be fucking bothered right now. But like, you know, we're going to get a bunch of stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have 2.
There's a lot of items.
I think only 2 keys in logic. I can't remember. We might. I mean,
we're gonna use them all though. Yeah. All right. So the connector I mentioned earlier that had not been checked is just another Village of Outcasts area. So I think of value.
Wow,
Saving quid for.
We got a Moon Pearl.
Incredible.
Yeah. It might have only been like we have 1 or 2 that are in logic, but like, yeah, no surprise here.
With the hour 7 mark, I did say that this is the type of seed where you maybe want to see the Moon Pearl at an hour, and that's kind of what seems to have happened.
Your super late Moon Pearl scenes are sometimes interesting because you might always end up in that weird part where it's like, I'm literally Moon Pearl plus entrances for go mode.
Yeah.
In Alaszun's mind too, it's like, all right, he's going through the mental checklist. Like he knows where the ice palace is, and he's got his information. So like, I can do this. What can I route this with? Like that will be a night like when he gets the flippers out of there. So like 8 checks for that. Get whatever he can out of here. And like, I mean, Andy's en route to this. So like, they're not missing a ton of stuff. So...
Right. I mean, the biggest outlier that we can't maybe piece together where it might show up is going to be that ice rod. We just know no Trinex basically. So I'm hoping that's not the deciding factor in this race. We don't like ice rod hunts to be in CrossKeys if we can help it.
Okay, we take more free. Yeah, I mean, we certainly don't want to see like Alaszun had 3 keys and did this and gets a harm. You know, it's in harmless hellway and he has 2, but like.
There's the silvers are nice, and the error refund. Alaszun going to do the back here. That is a compass to Mire in Hellway.
I'm trying to watch what Alaszun's grabbing, but also literally seeing all stages of grief happening in Andy's.
Oh, I know. It's
intoxicating. Like I get off on this man's grief and pain. Sorry.
he just looks so upset all the time. Right now, he kind of looks brain dead a little bit, but he'll snap back to reality in a moment, maybe.
I think there's going to be this, like, you know, what one more thing could possibly get there? He's going to go into GT. He's going to get the mitts. There's going to be an Andy face, possibly an Andy sound. Like,
Now, I know what we will get. We're going to get a massive reaction probably from GT.
Oh, yeah.
But we are finally in Dark World with normal abilities to do things on Alaszun's side. So we're going to take this drop down. It is going to lead us to Magic Bat, and we are going to get the item here.
Yeah, we'll do this. We'll then drop down into the back of Escape. We'll get that, and then we'll spend the next 10 minutes like, where's this entrance? Where's that? The one awkward thing for Alaszun, and again, it's not super awkward, but yep. Is going to be getting back that hookshot connector for Ice Palace, but at this point, again, he's got so many entrances. He's not even got that many entrances to take care of. He just got a couple things to do, and then kind of go back to your like, what do I have left? How do I get there?
Yeah, we're finally going to get to do Back of Hyrule Castle. Gonna get a key to GT, only one. Not really gonna matter in this case. Both of them are gonna have enough keys to complete what the other has at this stage. Kind of surprised Andy did that bomb jump there. It didn't bonk that one.
Yeah.
But we are going to finally go through the Brothers Connector now that that's available to us. Trying to think where this could pop us out. You know, the other thing that could be... Oh, okay, so that's going to be Dark Shopping Mall area. Not sure if that's of any value, really. We do have the medallion for Meyer. So we could go through our terrible chain of connectors yet again, just to open that up, but I think that's very low on the totem pole as far as what we want to check.
In terms of entrances, we've seen Eastern, obviously we cleared it. We've seen Backup Desert, we know where Hera is. We have Pod, we know where Swamp is, Backup Skullwoods. The only dungeon that we are missing now completely is Meyer. So that's something that's possibly on their minds. I think we've seen level 5 item caves. We've seen Paradox. Like, I'm sorry, I'm running to the checklist right now, but it's like we've got we're limited in terms of like entrance value. So now it's going to be sort of like the get the stuff that's on the way. Speaking of, we're looking for a laser bridge potentially. Like we've got smatterings of stuff. So at this point, whatever they find, they're probably going to go in and clear, which is also, like I said, Alaszun's got a couple things and like, how do I track back? Ooh,
okay.
That's so much nicer if nothing else, because now we don't have to, potentially retraverse the how do I get to Meyer? Do I do this, this, and this? It's like you save a couple of steps there. So
yeah, you go ahead and activate this too. You're here. It's a mirror transition and a small dash away, which we see Alaszun doing. Andy pulling his Hyrule Castle small, and he'll get the rest of these goodies here in the back or the basement. I think also, for these guys, what you really don't want to see anytime soon is going to be like a GT big key, because then that most of the stuff's going to be locked, or hookshot locked rather, that you've already gotten.
I'll be honest with you, I have 100% track of what is behind the GT climb, and I'm almost convinced it's Useless Fairy, or it's like it's one of or like a one drop.
I think we've seen Useless Fairy. What I have not marked is the Lost Woods drop down.
Yeah, so it might be one item behind the climb, but yeah. So you're not racing towards that as opposed to saying,
right.
At this point, we're one small key away from the well behind Castle Tower, as an example. So
yeah. All right, so we are getting the Meyer entrance checked, and it's a shop. I'm excited for that. Yeah. Incredible. Are we headed back to the mountain? No flippers for Alaszun. Gonna just take a quick splash.
He's got mirror out. So yeah, this is Hookshot Cave into Ice Palace. Okay, so
Yeah. Andy now trying to think, all right, what's my next step? I think we're going to see this very similar play over to Pod. I am wrong.
This is he's doing the one of two things, so he's checking that.
Oh, yeah.
Either the damn item. Oh, okay. Well, he's forgotten about the other thing.
He'll get there. It may take about 2 hours. He'll get there. Trying to think what he is actually doing.
He's thinking. I think he's like brain restarting. So this might be like going like this might be a Swamp Palace dip.
It is.
This probably. I mean, I don't expect this to be a lot, but I think this is like he's probably trying to figure out what was unlocked. And I don't like he didn't piece together the we have King's Tomb thing. So like it'll probably come to him while he's in here just getting checks done.
The thing about this that's like very detrimental for him is that we know this is, I mean, he knows it too, but he's not getting his hook shot here.
Yeah.
Like with this being hook locked. So.
Yeah. I think this was like a let me get the quick stuff done. Yeah. It's like my Moon Pearl's not here. My hook shot's not here.
Going back to Desert. He goes out mid. It's going to put him at TR. This will let him get his big chest out of logic as well. We saw that on Alaszun's side very early on. But it will let him also do Crystal Roller, which is probably what he's more inclined to be thinking about.
This is sort of the golden rule of, like, in general, if you don't know what you want to do, and this is something that, like, Alaszun of all people ingrained in my head when I was learning, it's like, if you don't know what to do, do something. Right?
Yeah, don't just sit there and think. If you can absolutely help it, go somewhere that will open a check, even if it is out of logic. Something is always better than nothing.
Yeah, I mean, he's still making the smorgasbord of faces, but he'll hopefully come to the right.
We will get the culmination once he realizes what he needs to do of all the faces. This is actually probably the Thieves Town play from him because he has not done that. So this will kind of even things out crystal wise with Alaszun also being an ice. Alaszun will be, I guess, as far as just overall checks, slightly ahead. Nothing landslidey just yet, but at, mid-late game potential looking pretty good for Alaszun, I would say, at this stage.
Yeah, I mean, now that he has the flute and like his next, he has a game plan for what he wants to do next, and either that's going to be check these last entrances or get to Hera, get to when he gets the flippers, it's like do first in Swamp, wrap up a couple entrances looking for Mire. There is a game plan here. Andy was probably a little bit surprised when the Moon Pearl isn't here, and if he's figured out that he has King's Tomb next, he'll go there, get items. It's gonna be a little bit awkward in this case if he hasn't quite put it together, because he might still just be like looking for random ass stuff to do, and that'll just kind of put a little bit more time between him and Alaszun. So
yeah, it could funnel pretty rapidly here if or spiral, I guess I should say, for him. But we'll see how things all pan out. There's his 10 bombs in the attic. Alaszun making his way 6 out of 8. Just 2 to go. Got the big chest down here. And then the boss. Not that he needs it. He's in a much better health situation than Andy was.
Yeah.
But, the half magic going to make it even nicer.
Which is going to be
this
super
fight.
comfy. Yeah.
Yeah. you die on this fight, it just isn't in the cards today, you know? Like,
Yeah, like turn off the stream. I don't know. Put Netflix on. We'll watch whatever he puts on for us, and Andy will hopefully figure out that he's got to go to King's Tomb. Yeah, I see the look of desperation in his eyes. He's like, this Moon Pearl's got to be here. Like.
There's that nervous laughter. Flippers for Alaszun, so that is going to let him do a bit more. I doubt we see him dive into, at this point at least, dive into swamp. You know, given that we do know that on his side, potentially no hook there, or definitely no hook there.
Yeah, I think Swamp is pretty much off the table. Like you said, he knows the hook's not going to be there. He's not going to dip that. Like in Andy's case, that was time to think. Where was Paw for the Moon Pearl? That was at the King's Tomb entrance, which the mitts in GT unlocked. I think Alaszun is basically going to be like, I'm looking for inches of value, which at this point I think we've kind of established like there might be some one-item caves and mire out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Andy looking a little bit desperate. I'd pray, man, just go to the right.
Bro looks tired.
Yeah.
Oh, we actually are going swamp though. Maybe I'm a little shocked by this. I mean, maybe.
Sorry, this was literally for the first check because he knows the rest was hook lock.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense now. We are going back to the mountain. Or maybe this is going to be out the left side. I don't think he's done. No, wait. Oh, he's going to use this key and go out to the back. This is indeed desperation at this stage.
Whatever the opposite of pig and shit is, that is what Andy is right now.
Pig on the barbecue.
Yeah, this is no pork, no shit.
Bro
As
is
they
on
say in
the
Iowa, yeah.
right now. Bro is on the smoker. He is massively cooked at this stage. A little spritzed. That's right, PH. A lot of digs today at the dig game. All for a piece of heart. Making it with frames to spare on that dig game exit. No text box today. And we are going to see the Smith turn in. Andy with another laugh. The laugh of like, I feel so alone right now. My mic's not even on. I can't even talk about my frustration for people to understand at this moment.
And at this point, I think part of this route was, okay, I can do this. This might be doing Hera. Again, doing something. It will not be the answer for him. Yeah, we don't need to talk. We understand.
Yeah,
it's gonna be rough. Like at some point, he either needs to remember that this is what unlocks, or like he just gets kind of the almost the saving grace of Moon Pearl Go mode, which I don't think is going to be possible.
No,
unless like literally hookshot in Hera would be interesting, because then it would mean like we've got a Samaria out there for everything else. It'd be like Moon Pearl Samaria. But yeah, I mean, like, brother is pretty roasted. Like, he is 525 tuna helper in the oven kind of cooked.
Under the broiler.
Yeah. Ooh.
into Hera.
Yeah,
Is this where we see
the?
the plot armor kick in?
I don't know if there's enough left. Like,
I don't either, but God, he skirted by last week. Admittedly, if you watch that back, like by the skin of his teeth against Mike, all came down to a Desert Palace small key that got him back in it. Small key to Meyer on Stumpy for Alazun.
Yeah.
2 items here for Andy. He gets a bottle, and he's laughing about it because he knows that sick kid's out there. And that's TR small. Man.
What is Andy looking for aside from hookshot? They're both looking for a Desert Big Key. They're both looking for a hookshot, a Samaria, and an ice rod and a sword. So it's not a whole lot, but at this point, there are sort of limited locations where some of this stuff can be. So.
Mm-hmm. We are going to finally go back as Andy's fighting Moldorp. Headed back to Graveyard Ledge. Just a map. We have all of our info, so not going to pick that up. Andy pulls Ether Medallion. That opens TR, but not going to do anything of value at this stage without that Moon Pearl. And that's going to give him Crystal 4. I about said 3, but 4 actually.
Yeah.
Finally gonna get our swamp entrance. And just a shop. Color me surprised.
God,
Is this
Cousin Abby?
Oh, the hook shot on purple chest. For Alazun, that is going to open up Swamp Palace to be fully clearable on his side. Love to see that. Sick kid time for Andy. Smiling more and more. The nervousness of what have I forgotten? Is this the play? He's going right. Zap, is he going there?
Dude, I hope, pray.
Hookshot cave for Alazun. He's gonna get a big key. That's to Pod. And a small key. I don't need audio to know what Andy just said.
Okay, I don't blame him, and I even cocked this up a little bit as we were talking. It's very weird that you think about like these sort of traditional entrances when you're playing CrossKeys, because you're like,
yeah,
you're doing trigonometry. You're back in like 9th grade. You're acne covered. You got your protractor out. You got some old Kaji motherfucker trying to teach you about angles and shit. You were literally forgetting everything, and like you're trying to relearn as you go.
There's the cackle.
There it is.
Oh, we had chair stream for a moment. He was bit so far over. Oh God, is he about to turn his mic on?
Fuck.
These are the moments where I've joked with Andy many times and said, this is where I wish there was a way to just do a mid-race interview with the runners without giving anything away and hear their thoughts. So tell us, how do you feel at this moment of the seed? And that's the closest as we'll ever get to it.
I would absolutely love if in League, like we have some like ridiculously long mode and you force players to take a small break. It's the hour-and-a-half mark and you're like, how do you feel? And like you can't hear the other person's answer and you're like, I am the nervous elevator fart that happens after a double-sized meal at Chili's. Like, just the worst seed imaginable kind of shit. Like that's Andy right now. Is
yeah,
and he also knows it too. Like,
oh yeah, he knows he's not in a good spot. Like there's many times players may think, okay, I might be behind. He probably knows he is behind.
Yeah. Admittedly, a lot, like you said, a lot of people really suck at metagaming and like trying to figure out where I'm at, what's going on. This is probably one of those moments, like, no matter what, you're like, I have literally done everything else in the world before Moon Pearl, and the only thing that happens, like, your opponent did the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And against a player of Alaszun's caliber and entrance, it's kind of unlikely. Like, again, he certainly had, like, brain farts, but this is one of those where, like I said, even Andy knew, like, oh, shit, like, I'm cooked, so.
Yeah. Now, let me be the guy.
Right,
I think Alaszun gets back here. Andy has an extra key, and he knows this is a pendant. So, does the P stand for pivotal, as he could go ahead and maybe pull something of value from as the music kind of winds down, kind of expressing my thought here. I mean, could he pull something of value from the vanilla binky chest?
He absolutely could. And in Alaszun's case, he's got 5 or 6 keys. Or he's got
like,
5 keys, right? So like,
yeah, like eventually he would get back here pretty handily. So I don't think it would be too much of a benefit, even if Andy does get something from here. Oh, that's the pivotal moment. That might be the nail in the coffin, because Andy might skip that at this stage.
Oh yeah. That wasn't just the nail in the coffin. That was hiring a small squad of gentlemen to like completely nail gun the coffin to the floor.
Yeah.
Like
the floor? You mean like just down there? Just pour concrete on top of it.
Yeah.
Let's go. We've seen crazier things, but I don't know if we're gonna see anything crazier in that regard.
And this also goes back to like, you know, a race IQ. If anything, depending on how long it takes him to get that hook shot and what he can skip, he might be skipping left side. So he may come here, you know, like he may do the Dark World tour and do it, and then be like, I'm still missing 3, 4, 5, 6 items. But there's definitely a world where he is, you know, looking for a couple of pieces and parts and just skips it. So it will depend on what's also in the back here too, because he may rush the back in this situation, get nothing, and then go, all right, cool, I've got to do.
Well, you know, from our vantage point, you know, obviously we get the luxury, and chat gets the same luxury of seeing 2 screens, but given what we know from Alaszun's side and the situation that Andy is in, I mean, something's got to be off the beaten path for Andy. The problem is that something is off the beaten path, and Alaszun has that, with that being the ice rod. So I'm really, you know, theory crafting what could really pan out here, and there's not a lot.
There's fire that we see. Yeah.
Okay, so this has been available for some time. No big key, and it's a pendant. So, this is a tough one. I like that Andy's diving it. In his situation, if I'm in the same one, I think I dive and I pray that something's here, and that the rest of it's on the path, but you don't know.
It also goes back to, we were talking about it, like they know that there's only so much value left out in the world.
Yeah.
So like this is one of those, like we were talking about, we're looking for an item cave, right? This is kind of it, effectively, in terms of major ticket locations left. Andy found that you're 100% diving, right? Like you're gonna be looking for something here. So
solid fighter sword fight from Alaszun. Gonna get another crystal and a small key to Castle Tower, so that is gonna unlock. Man, when do you do it? Oh, that's gross.
He's gonna go to. Okay, I'll tell you exactly when he's gonna do it. He's gonna maybe do a couple more entrances. He's going to go and do Tower of Hera at Castle Tower.
Yeah.
Like at the entrance, and then go right in, like 100%. The other thing too, he also has the big bomb to turn in as well. For at this point, I don't think there's really any value left. I'm not counting every single one, but like we're finding Meyer.
Well, Alaszun's not gonna have that, but Andy would. Oh, Andy pulling. Oh. Absolutely gross.
That's, yeah. I think, you know, all 3 keys are, or actually maybe not all 3 keys are out there. I guess we have 2, but again, you're still doing it. Like, you know, you're not doing Vitreous here, but like, you're probably doing Curiosity.
You know, you we're a little out of. Oh,
Okay, well,
okay. Well, here's the thing. Alazan's doing Castle Tower now.
so sorry. I probably should have clarified the order of operations because I'm a complete dumbass. And in fact, this is the smarter one because this puts you right on top of the tower. So like my order of operations was bad. 7th grade me calming this race can't do the trigonometry properly.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Look. You're on my channel. We say a lot of dumb things here that are wrong. So you know, we just do our best.
I'm so glad this is a free space to be an idiot on the.
I mean, chat may not let you, but I'll let you. So between the runners, that's just Desert Palace big for go mode.
Desert and a sword, yeah.
Oh yeah, we do need a sword. We still haven't found another one of those. Oh, Andy not doing the boss. He's like, all right, I got some value. I am deucing out.
Needs brain when arms are big. But Doc, what if arms not big and brain not big? What do then?
Me arms tiny.
Not smart.
Well, Alazan not getting AGA Hall of Fame. Doing his best Andy impersonation in the middle of the race. Wait, we still haven't done this. Okay, never mind. It's just Money Cave.
Yeah.
If Alazan did that, I somehow missed that.
I think one of them might have. I don't remember. Like recently, the entrance is getting mirror bonked, so it's possible.
That's front of tavern. So may get a graveyard ledge check here into. Is this like a catfish play? Maybe. Oh gosh. Spike Cave. That is our check it last item cave, except for Agina, which we know where that is.
Yeah, we know exactly where that is. We're sort of like begging the question of like, what is possible for an out for Andy, right? And you know, again, it's Andy's found items, but it's also like he has to get to this hook shot. He then has to get to the ice rod and left side swamp. And depending on where some of this stuff is, Alton has to waste a decent chunk of time here for Andy to start being...
I don't think it's going to be a waste. I really feel like we're going to find one of the pieces, whether it be just the sword or the desert big. We're probably going to find something in the well. Yeah, Andy doing the South Dark World loop, and that's gonna take a bit. Sawyer, appreciate the raid. Welcome on in, everybody. It's gonna be the first view of this. That's the Desert Small. Andy has already checked that, so we don't have to worry about it. We are going to do the Torch Puzzle 2 chest. Remembering
the sip, yeah.
He did remember in the past in this same tournament. He did not remember. He didn't have hook shot, so I'm impressed. Alazan getting his TR small as well as the bottle. That's going to open up an item cave for him. $20 and the big key. It's Skullwoods though, not desert. You know what's going to happen, Zaf? We're going to find like the big key we find next is going to be GT.
Yeah. Well, it's not as though it's in like the. All right, Alison, taking him. It's not as though it's in the worst spot, but you don't want to do it if you can help it, right?
You don't.
Yeah. If Alison.
Oh God, if he fell there too. Oh no. Oh. That's, I mean, honestly, like, I mean, we know where Alaszun stands in this race. Obviously he doesn't, but man, that would be weighing heavy on my mind. You fall. All right, shake it off. Double fall. You know, that's going to affect my mental 100%.
You start to get a little nervous because it was a late moon pearl and you still don't have all the pieces. Like, it's not as though this is the.
Yeah. I agree.
It weighs on you a little bit. It's not as though this is the longest seed played in the tournament, but you are starting to feel like, you know, a couple checks from go mode. You've done a castle tower of nebulous value. You're still looking for stuff. We know that he's in a really good spot because Andy is now skipping the hook shot for a little bit longer. So.
Is it Molter bouncing band? I guess yes. All right, what is our next play here? This is going to be a sick kid turn in. So Andy on the path now. If he continues this route, he will get his hook shot. And then I think minus a few entrances, which are time costly ones, and the CT small. We still need, he'll be behind that, but we need to see how this all works out in the wash here for Alaszun. We got 5 items coming up, assuming he's going to go north. I would assume so, to check the well here.
Yeah. The really awkward case here is if this is just the GT big key and then Alaszun goes to do GT climb and other stuff and, you know, misses the mire for the Samaria. It's not as though Andy's a grotesque amount of time back. He is still some time back, but
that's, oh no,
I keep opening my fucking mouth.
Oh no. Is there another big key here though? Oh, it's well, now what? I don't even know how you process, like, because you did it out of logic, do you type the time sync in Alaszun's shoes here and go to the big chest before the climb, or do you just climb and pray?
So here's possibly what Alaszun is thinking. Again, like, we're still talking this out. He knows that there's a mire out there, and in terms of other entrances, potentially not much else. He also knows that mire is a pendant, right? And that means that it can be behind GT entrance. So he's going to do things on the way to. Mm-hmm. But at this point, he may also be starting to assume mire is not out there. I need to just check my entrances and go. And so this GT big key, again, gamer Mountain Dew Baja Blast pivotal moment of the seed. Like, if it's if it's there, that's it. That's all she wrote.
Yeah.
And if it's not, there's a lot of time that Andy will start to claw back. And again, it depends on, we've talked about, there is an ice rod left side swamp. How much stuff he does, how much stuff he doesn't do. And if he skips it, that's again, that's the nail gun in the coffin. If he doesn't do this, yeah, that's the face, Andy. You know, he's still got a little bit of time to make up, but there will be, if he gets the ice rod, like, he's within spitting distance if this GT climb and the GT big chest turn out to be nothing. So
is this going to be okay? Not big bomb play, but he is going to go GT right side. I think this might be Andy's last out. If right side has the desert big.
So remember, if right side has the desert big, there might be a world where Andy then skips.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Like, he has to. There's other pieces of the puzzle that have to line up. So neither one of them, I guess, out of the woods just yet, but a lot hinging on right side. This is definitely pivotal, among other things. We are going to check the Turtle Rock entrance. I can't think of anything that this would actually be.
Yeah, as I said, I think in Allison's case, he's still looking for Meyer. I think in our case, we know that it's absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Or
again, it might be one item key that like I certainly wasn't keeping track of every single one. So
yeah, I may have missed something. This could be honestly, this could be the Fairy Ascension connector. First chest, right side GT, $20. 4 more to go, and he cannot get the big chest. So this is going to be like a hard orphan for him in that regard. Definitely nothing there. Fairy Fountain. I would say that whenever we do find Fairy Ascension, it's probably just going to lead to the laser bridge exit. Mirror Shield, 3 to go. Compass to Swamp, 3 bombs, final chest. It's a small key. That's to TR. Andy doesn't look thrilled. And we are going left side. We're going to the big chest on Alaszun's side. Not going to leave any stone unturned there.
I'm trying to remember where. Oh, it was also in Meyer. Was that that Desert Small? So it's like there are still a couple things that like he will be getting to faster than Alaszun. But yeah, this is an obscene amount of time. I mean, this is going to be time back.
Yeah, but I mean, he pulls Desert Big here, and then, you know,
yeah, then it's all she wrote.
We're done. The moment we need to keep an eye on, besides that, is going to be, does Andy do left side?
So this might be a case of I'm late to this. I've already been here. I might rush the back, and if he sees the CT small and then says, "Okay, screw it, I'm out." But again, he's still missing a sword, still missing a Desert Big, still missing an Ice Rod. Like I'm not sure. Like
it's tough, man. Like, if anything, like I think in most cases, most seeds, Andy does not skip left side with this item loadout. But given the mistakes along the way, there's a very real chance he does. $20 in the big chest of GT. Climb is afoot. We are going left side. This has had a lot of ups and downs.
Yeah, I mean, the whole sequence to the Moon Pearl and how long it took Andy to get there, and now, I mean, if you'd said 20 minutes ago, what are the chances? Nah, no shot. And it's with time, with these little little things that he's done. Obviously, again, like the Meyer play going in, and I don't fault Alaszun for not going there because I think that's literally his only entrance of value. Also, not true. Technically, there is now. You said Laser Bridge could also be, or it was DMD. It could also be that Laser Bridge, or one of those is at GT. Yeah, and Laser Bridge is there. So
that's very true.
It's now we have Desert Right as some potential like outs, whatnot. Also, again, like the mental, like Andy probably feeling not great, but like, hey, I got this Ice Rod. Like, he was probably feeling a lot crappier, slowly coming back in the game. Alaszun, you know, if all this GT Big Key comes out to nothing, like, which
I don't think it will though. Like,
I don't think it will.
If it does, I think Andy falls for it too, because he's already been to Meyer. So if it's somehow either Vidi or Green Pendant turn in, I think Alaszun gets there first. You know, obviously he's using an entrance tracker. He'll know what he has and has not checked. I see Andy when he gets this CT small, he will know, just like Alaszun did, that 5 items are behind it. So if this is not the pieces we need upstairs, I think Andy invests all this time too, which gives the CT time and the GT time back.
I mean, the absolute line for Andy to win this at this very moment is goes to Trinex, has a Desert Big, Landmo or the Desert Big Chest have a sword. Like, that is literally the line where Andy wins on the spot, no questions asked.
I did
Beyond
forget
that,
about
yeah.
that as an out too.
Yeah, like it is literally that like the next like 5 checks that Andy does after this are like go to Trinex, get thing, check the desert items of some collection, and then like that's it, which would be completely nutty. Any chance the desert big can be one of the pendant bosses? Absolutely. Like at this point,
Oh yeah.
yeah, 100%. Like
Oh,
these
no.
items.
I think he's got enough time if he books it here.
He's good.
Yeah. All right, we got a lot of items coming up top here. We don't need this key. We're gonna get the key. 3 bombs in the first chest on the right side, left side, $50. 2 items to go, plus the one after Aga 2. Don't forget that one. Deeper we go. Pre-Moldorm chest, gonna get our fairies here, as well as a full magic refill, and pull red mail from the chest. Andy gets his CT small, and his eyes perk up as he has that option now. But like you said, Zaf, maybe he does do Trinex first.
Oh yeah, do your crystals, and because that's, you know, also I said to go straight to Trinex, but like you have laser bridge as an option. Like he has he has a variation of like an endgame route that puts him in a completely winning position. Like, and Alaszun will have spent more time chasing the other outs and the other options because he probably reasonably assumed Meyer is behind GT, which is not an unreasonable position.
Yeah, for sure. Aga 2 fight now for Alaszun as Andy makes his way through TR. We got a maze to get through. We'll see how this fight goes for Alaszun. Should be pretty simple. I think he's done it once or twice. Gets a nice pattern there. Gets triple for his troubles. Finishing it off. 1 item behind the drop. So will it pay off today? Andy's gonna have 5 items coming up. Laser bridge for Trinex 1.
We are basically at.
There's our sword.
There's 1.
Small key. That's the pod. Suddenly, Helmasaur. Look, oh, Alaszun gets a sword too.
Yep.
Okay, so it's not fully useless. That means there's only 1 more sword available.
I will
Wow.
be honest in that Andy is winning now. Like Andy is pretty strictly ahead at this point.
I still don't know about that. I if it's on Vidi, I think Alaszun wins.
Yeah, but Alaszun's probably gonna get the Samaria and is likely gonna bail.
Yeah, I guess that's probably true. We are gonna get catfish though. This is new. God, if Desert Pig is just here, we're gonna have to like ping Jim and wake him up.
Wake up in a cold sweat. Like, what just happened? Do I think? I mean, yeah, Alaszun just spent about 10 minutes, or not 10, but like the gulf of time that existed.
Neither Trinex nor Catfish has it. So now I really do think you can't convince me otherwise. Andy's gonna go Castle Tower here.
Yeah, he may do the desert. Like if he doesn't do the desert small, then yes, he's going exactly.
Oh, he's already. But he save scum that. He's already done it.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, he's already done that. Okay, so never mind. He might just like this might be Castle Tower.
Yeah, this is
Okay,
100% Castle Tower. So this is going to send him on the complete trail that Alaszun's already been on. And, you know, he's going to finish this. He's going to get his GT big. And then suddenly he's got to decide, do I go to GT basement and then climb? So I think Alaszun's okay.
Yeah, so stuff was unchecked because I'm like, there's a very large. What's left besides Vidi? Vidi, Helma,
Podbig.
Podbig. So I think Skullwood's big as well, which Andy found at some point. I can't remember. Again, probably Meyer or
We love a good
right.
full clear. Ever how this all shakes out, though, I really neither one of them are going to be like, I enjoyed that scene.
Oh God, no.
At least with the end game.
In Andy's mind too, and like, I mean, I don't know him enough. It's like he probably still is like, I have no shot, right? The longer it goes,
yeah,
where there's not a dot done is holy shit, this is complete crap, or Allison's the same thing as me, and Allison's was probably still feeling very good about I think most of the situation. Now that the Castle Tower GT stuff did not pan out, this is where mentally you start to go, oh Jesus Christ, what do I have left? I think he got Pod Entrance, he has Dark Lumberjack.
Yeah, he's doing the pod entrance now.
He might go to Pod first before he does Meyer. Well, that would be interesting, is well, yeah, he'll probably do the Pod stuff before Meyer. Because at this point, again, like, he's still on the Meyer may just be behind GT. Although he might have, like, done the calculus to realize that, like, I think with the entrances left, one of those either has to be the other side of Fairy Ascension or Razor Bridge. So it might not be what he's thinking, but... So doing the third hardest trick in the game, remembering after you've killed Aga 1 to mirror and then save and quit. Hitsu bring up a really good point though about like if he gets the cane, he's probably going to go immediately to do the cane checks. Which honestly, I feel like you get the cane, you're probably going straight to Trinex and Laser Bridge because that's in his case 8 items that he hasn't seen. He'll get the Desert Small from the front, etc. So. Acid Cut's gonna beat it too. Should be a strip. Yeah, I mean, here's the problem, right? You're at, and I'm looking at Allison. We're looking at Allison's track race. Then 168 checks. Everything is kind of in logic at this point. Like you're not really in his shoes. You're not really going to be skipping much because you don't have a lot left, right? So at this point, he's gonna do basically everything on path. I still think here he's probably going to skip Vitreous because he'll get the cane like we've talked about, which opens up GT right side. It opens up it's possible and he finishes pod before GT.
That's a tough one to think about.
That's
though.
a tough one. I can't do like, I mean, again, that might be a weird, if you're one of those people that like, I want to go deeper and deeper in logic. But like you've just invested all this time for Castle Tower, for all this stuff. You're probably gonna take that and go immediately to GT Climb. I don't know what Andy's thinking. It's probably just a weird smattering of like bizarre sounds and like
it's
cheese whiz.
probably him saying, "Why isn't he done yet?"
Yeah, no, absolutely. Right, like they're both probably starting to think that way.
Here is the cane. Okay, a little bit of hesitation. Pulled out mirror, back to cane.
Yeah,
See what he does.
I think this is 1000% doing 7 of 8 and then going to TR. Like I would be shocked at this point if Allison does this. Maybe he does, right? Like, but again, like as I was saying, we've got so many extra checks, and Meyer is kind of like right here. This would be a very interesting moment if Alaszun does this, precisely what he's thinking, because this may be like a, hey, this seed has gone on long enough and I need to, and like I was late to this. Andy cackling, right? Because like, okay, I got the GT. Band.
I don't think he's, you know, hovering band in this. That's one thing to think about. I think we're going to see the mirror here. Yeah, there it is.
Which going
well,
back
Andy.
to it is Andy's? Okay.
Yeah, GT now. I mean,
Yeah, GT.
There's no way, you know, there's no way he does anything else but this at this point. It's the most item dense check that he's got. Now, Alaszun's going to get, this is going to make him do front of TR as well as, you know, back of TR. Trying to think what else. You know what, the other thing that is available to us and no one wants to even consider thinking about it, Bombo's tablet. We've got swords.
I think one of them did check it for what it's worth at some point.
Okay.
In all that
okay, maybe they did.
And we might have missed it because we were kind of watching the 12 stages of Andy before he got to pod.
Okay, Alaszun's checked it, is what Chad has said. Okay.
Yeah.
We've been doing the whole theory crafting for the last 20 minutes, just because of how off the rails this has gotten as a whole.
Yeah. Are we still hunting Desert Big Key? Yeah, absolutely. And admittedly, like I wasn't sure 100% about what Andy had left, but yeah, when you kind of start going down this path and you've invested the time for Castle Tower and you get, the only thing you get is a GT Big Key, that's where you're at, right? And now the answer, and Alaszun's going to get his time back and basically kind of be back ahead and up a sword as well, is going to be either Pod or Biddy. And neither of them are going to feel good about this. Does Andy climb? Absolutely. There's no world where Andy doesn't climb here because you spent the time to get here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, deeper we go. Off the Trinex. Gonna have a faster Trinex fight here on Alaszun's side. He does have the benefit of the Tempered Sword. So that's going to help him, you know, as bad as he might feel, it's going to actually help him overall throughout this.
And so Jack calling me out where like I was like Andy's in the lead. It's like, okay, yeah, like we're now back into like Alaszun has about 4 minutes on Andy at this point. So I'd completely forgotten about all the desert stuff being just a totally locked or auto checked. So it's really at this point, like if there's a real air quote equalizer, it's playing your favorite pick dependent game, and they're probably both going to go to pod, admittedly, because 2 better than 1, right? Like it'll be Helma and the pod big chest.
Well, it's 2 versus 2 technically.
No, you're right. Thank God I can be an idiot on this channel. I can't do math. Yeah,
I can't. Look, it is past my bedtime. It is. This has gone on long enough. Give me the Desert Big Key.
Put me out of my misery. Yeah, pet is nothing. We saw that like in Andy's desperation for trying to find the Moon Pearl. We read as much as we could looking for a map.
Yeah, front of TR now. Desert Palace small, and that's going to send Alaszun there potentially. I think we get that before the play to pod or Vidi. But I think after that, I mean, after this, technically doesn't he not have... Oh, he does have right side GT.
Yeah, he does have right side GT, which I don't blame him for going to do. So
it's not short, but it's also not long. It's going to be an equal amount of trips for both of them there at this stage. Andy saving some time, not getting the small key. I couldn't even say it with a straight face. Yeah, this is going to be a very, very quick desert check for Alaszun here. Going to be able to go to this entrance, bomb it open, and get to the right side. Be the, what is it, 20 and then something back here that's of 0 value.
Yeah.
Andy with the head shake. You see him keep looking over, and I guarantee, as to the race time room, like, brother, why aren't you done?
Why isn't this over yet? Yeah, for sure.
I've been streaming for like 10 hours today. Please kill me. Put me in the 3-1 pool.
Yeah, I mean, dust has settled, and all things considered, like, Alaszun is now behind. Right? Like, pound for pound, Andy will have the first choice of thing to do.
God, is that actually how this is going to roll out? I thought we said we had like a 4-minute advantage, because I was taking that at full truth.
It kind of got into like the how much other stuff, like in a world. Okay, sorry, I was saying that, but like in a world where like there's Alaszun goes straight to thing and is a bit more overworld. He might check entrances, like he
so
might.
Andy does have overworld. He's got catfish. He's got that north entrance there. He's got a Gina. He knows where it's at, but he hasn't done it. Alaszun has. So like the question is going to be, does he try prioritizing any of that?
And again, he might just go, you know, dungeon. This is on the catfish.
Yeah. So this helps Alaszun out a good bit. So it is. I'm not gonna say a full 4 minutes, but it's definitely an advantage.
Yeah, it's definitely
towards
an advantage, and depending on how much of the overworld stuff that Andy does, right?
We're almost at the 20 heart dream for both of them.
God, yeah. I haven't seen
20 heart retirement.
Scripts. Yeah.
Trying to think here. Where is Skullwood's big chest? That is to the east of Sank. Andy with a save and quit now. Let's see what he decides to do. Starting at the house. Looks like we're getting the flute. I'm wrong. This is probably a Bombos tablet check.
Yeah, this is Bombos tablet. Maybe a couple entrances. I don't ever remember seeing him do some of this stuff either.
All right, Skullwood's big chest now for Alaszun. This will be new. This is one of the things that have been kind of an outlier for a good bit.
And then right in the pod.
Yeah. And there's no, I don't think there's any way you don't clear pod here, right?
Oh, I mean, absolutely. Like you're 100%. Like you are down to pod, vitreous, and green pendant. You're doing this, so.
Andy gonna flute away. Let's see where he goes. Flute into 3. Now take it back. 4. I legitimately don't. I guess he's prioritizing. This has got to be entrance plays.
Yeah, this is entrances that he's not checked. So yeah.
Yeah, this is huge for Alaszun. Like, you know, it looked very close. I think this just gives Alaszun a bigger lead, especially if he manages somehow to, you know, if Andy keeps doing entrances, which he has enough of to cause this to happen. Like, he could get all of pod done and have it be nothing and still be in a really good spot.
Yeah. Ganon is in Lost Woods, so like it's actually go to Sank, save and go to Sank, mirror, drop in.
And there it is in the pod, big chest, go mode for Alaszun at the 209 mark. And all honesty, it feels like we're at the 309 mark of this
Oh,
race.
dude, yeah. The race restarted when they both got their moon pearls. Collectively for both the
Yeah.
players, and then for us as we watched Andy completely just lose his mind trying to find Pod and trying to find his moon pearl. So
Yeah, really crazy. Now, seeing how many item caves that, I'm tracking for the collective too, but seeing how many that Andy has not gotten, I kind of like his thought process of trying to do this. If he thought maybe he was in a good, like a decent spot. But it's really easy for us to sit here and say, well, he should just go to Pod or Meyer.
sure. And this is why I was like, even when I said a few minutes ago, like I think Andy might be in the lead, is like if you just go to dungeons at that point. But I was kind of forgetting, admittedly, because I couldn't remember how much he had done, like bunnying about. If you go, I mean, again, in the position of he was out of all of the stuff to do first, but then he started checking Bombos tablets, started checking entrances. That is a ton of time that like you have to do. So
it sounds quick, but it is not quick.
Oh, yeah, no, it is not quick.
What will be quick though is this Landmo fight with the silver arrows, 3 shots, 3 kills. Alaszun getting crystal 7. Just Ganon awaits.
You can go to bed.
We can hear these two complain about the seed. I'm definitely not gonna go to bed before we get to hear that.
I'm basically going, how are you guys doing? And then just mute, turn off my mic, go downstairs. I'm literally not going to talk because between the two of them, they will talk for like 20 minutes.
Do you think this is the type of seed where you literally do the thing where you just ask, so guys, GG's, what'd you think about that seed?
Oh, I'm not even going to say like anything about the seed. I'm going to be like, just talk. Literally
go.
Just go. Yeah.
We'll do a race time countdown. We'll do a new room and everything. All right, into the gated fight for Alaszun. Into phase 2 here. Gonna utilize that cape and that half magic. Gonna get all 12 of these sword slashes plus some in. Andy going to the right place. Gonna be just too little, too late for the pug boy. Into phase 3, 3.2, now 3.3 as the third side falls down. Teleports being awfully kind today. And gonna finish it up here. I take that back here.
Yeah.
Got a little ahead of myself. Get your GG's in chat for Alaszun. Gonna take this and move on to the 4-0 pool in Swiss. And we'll see if we can get Alaszun in here for an interview. Andy has said GG's in chat, has not forfeited. Looks like he is going to go ahead and play this out. Let me do the thing. Some race time room banter.
Oh, yeah.
Andy getting his 7th crystal. And he'll be headed to Ganon very shortly. And we got today's winner, Alazun, in the chat with us. GG's, man.
GG's. That was a little bit of a marathon.
I told Zaf at the 209 mark, I said, it feels like we're at the 309 mark. Just with the way the seed had kind of played out for the two of you.
Yeah. I mean, I was in such a weird mental state when I got that second sword where I'm like, I guess this is a good thing to have, but the other swords have to be out there. Like, I've checked everything Master Sword locked. But
Right.
also, I feel like if Andy didn't get baited into this double climb, he's done like 5 minutes ago at worst.
Yeah.
So he did have Kane before you and before the GT climb. You both pulled your Master Swords basically at the same time. With him getting the one in Turtle Rock, there was a lot of like, there's no way Andy comes back, and then suddenly it was, there's a chance.
We kind of
yeah.
waffled on like the. So I will just say this before Andy joins in, get GG's in chat. You were about 25 minutes sooner to your Moon Pearl.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I would have said I was sooner to the boots and a little bit late, if not very late, to the Moon Pearl.
Andy did the thing, and he can talk about it when he joins you momentarily, where when you play enough CrossKeys, your brain is so wired, and like you're like, well, I have he got mitts, right? And then was like, he basically didn't put together that it unlocked precisely one thing, which was King's Tomb. And so
I almost didn't even do left side GT. I'm like, okay, this is King's Tomb, like 200 kajillion%. And I'm gonna orphan the big chest if I go now. But I mean, it was just so much value.
Yeah, my dude, GG's.
GG's, man.
I had just informed.
GG's.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, I don't have my headphones on. Hold on. Hello, I'm here for real.
He made it. GG's.
We did it.
GG's.
GG's, man. That was I'm blaming you for the please no 210 CR comment.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
I think I took like the wrong connector to get mitts every single time.
Okay, so
yeah.
You both did the same thing. So like, for what it's worth, where like you do spiral first, which I think is completely reasonable, and then you go back and go back. But right before you joined, Andy, I did inform Allison that he was in fact 25 minutes sooner to the Moon Pearl, and then I will let you
That sounds
explain
about right.
what precisely happened.
So I just couldn't figure out what I couldn't remember what was in logic, what wasn't in logic anymore. So I was just kind of like doing stuff to do stuff.
I mean, this is a great seed to just do stuff.
Yeah. So like I felt fine. I had like 4 crystals like pretty quickly. I did ice pretty early. But
I was trying to greed on Kane, and if I didn't get Kane, I'm like, let me at least greed on Hookshot so I can do Hookshot Cave on the way through. And then it didn't show up fast enough. I'm like, all right, whatever, I'm just going.
Yeah, like even I figured I was late to Moon Pearl. But I still felt like in a pretty good spot just because of like everything that I'd done. Like there wasn't really, I was only missing a couple chest entrances. I had cleared a lot of the dungeons that I had available to me, so I felt like the decision making post Pearl was very good. But
I believe it. Yeah, this was kind of a weird seed because like I was in a similar position where I had cleared almost every like every item cave I could find. I think on my tracker I have Spike Cave left, and I have 2 or 3 entrances dotted around North Dark World, and that's about all I've got left. I guess I have Vitreous left too, because I was Kane in Desert Big for Go mode, and did not have the Kane when I did the Castle Tower, into Hera, into Well, into GT Climb, into Cry Myself to Sleep play.
That was me, but just for Desert Big.
Yeah, that's what they said, is that you had the cane, whereas I came back to GT right for the cane, or for right side afterwards. But after that, I just kind of fluted to 2 and went to pod, because it was, I can do pod, I can do 1 check in Mire, or I can look for Spike Cave on the like 3 entrances I have, and it was kind of just what I had to do.
Yeah, the two of you, I told Alaszun, like, you got your master swords basically almost at the same time, just in different locations, and it was all because, like, the cane, like, we were trying to calculate out for Andy to, you know, because of the Moon Pearl fiasco, get into it again, and then the cane showed up, and it was like, well, there's a chance.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and that's because I had such little entrance value. Like, I had a Misery Mire I didn't even know had to be out there. It could have been in GT.
Yep.
I had a laser bridge that could have been a connector only, and I had Spike Cave versus I can climb CT, I can climb GT, and it felt really, really bad to just have the cane there. But as long as, like, I kind of was just, I'm like, as long as this Desert Big isn't along the way, I'm really happy with, like, the efficiency of how I've played, other than having very, very shaky hands today for whatever reason. My hands were very much letting me down, but, like, I felt okay about my efficiency, and so it was really just a matter of, I think if we both basically last location here, I might be in a pretty good spot. And if Andy, and I told Dante and Zach this, Andy, but, like, I sort of said, like, at about the 2-hour mark, I, like, looked at the room, like, Andy hasn't finished yet. I think it's pretty likely he gets baited into the double climb, or he would have been done already. And just kind of, I mean, at that point, just when evaluating my options and thoughts, it's just like, I'm just assuming Andy double climbs as well, and that I'm not dead because I did some useless piece of crap checks, because I assumed he would do that as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see a way where you, like, don't double climb.
Yeah, it just...
I think it's kind of mad.
Like, is there a way you somehow don't go into the back of pod when you get your Moon Pearl, and then you wait until you have the big key? Like, that's about the only thing I can see.
Because I had 4 smalls and all my info when I finally made it there. So I did everything plus big key chest, and then left.
I had 3 smalls and all my info.
When so, like, getting Samaria in Mire, and then getting Hookshot, at that point I was like, my entrance value is pretty low because I have the Samaria, so I can get the laser bridge. I don't need to find it. I just need this Hookshot, really. So I, like, checked, like, the 2 entrances in Village of Outcast that I hadn't done yet, got my flute, did what? Dig Game, Stumpy, and then Smith Chain for my Hookshot. And at that point I was like, I was missing like 5 chest entrances, I think, because I hadn't done South Dark World yet. And so I just bailed on entrances entirely at that point. Beat all my crystals, got Aga or CT2, and at that point I think I had like 13 total things left. 2 in Mire, 2 in Pod, the couple chest entrances, and then Cackwell. And so I was like,
yeah, I don't see
know
how you do it.
Yeah, I don't think you can just not climb.
Nice CR, by the way.
Yeah.
We have the exact same CR.
Yeah, I mean, like, and then once I did double climb, I had, 7 things left. It was either like entrance hunt for the 3 quick chest entrances, plus like Catfish and Bombo's tablet, or like go to Mire or go to Pod, and I just picked chest entrances instead.
Yep, makes sense.
Yeah, I think at the point that you had finished the climb is when Alaszun was basically getting out of Trinex or somewhere in that sequence, and it's like, if you specifically went to wherever the Desert Big was at that moment, like, it went from like being very heavily in Alaszun's favor to like, this is very much a kind of toss up. But even on comms, like, I had miscalculated just how much stuff that you had left, because I'd kind of forgotten that, like, you had abandoned the entrance loops and all that stuff that you had left, and it's a pretty lengthy cleanup, which is kind of unfortunate for you. But like Bombus Tablet, Zora, and all the other like crap that is out there is still time.
Yeah. I could absolutely see Andy's play in the situation he was in, and I think it just kind of ends up one person just does a different thing and it happens to be the right thing, and not a good or bad or wrong. Like, I've raced Andy enough that it's like I know I lose to him, I know I beat him sometimes. Like it's kind of a whatever. And
Yep.
we'll shit talk each other because it's fun, and that's about it. Like,
Hey, your file name was correct. Okay.
I tabbed into the room at like 1:40 because I had
bad.
the race room closed. So and people who aren't in the race time room, Andy, about let's see, 30 minutes into the seed writes, I
was like waiting for the Armos like boss cutscene to finish.
Okay.
And so I opened the Orioles game and I was like, oh, cool, it's still tied. And then they immediately hit a 3-run home run. And I closed it. And I looked back like 30 minutes later and saw that it was 11-3. And I was like, oh, sick. Yeah, so that was good.
Yeah, that kind of caught me off guard when I peeked to the race room at like 1:40. And I'm like, oh, someone wrote something. Is he done? And I like read, I'm like, oh, I feel a little bad now. I'm like, I don't think someone's gonna be done. Like, that Moon Pearl is titanium fucking ass.
Yeah, dude, I was so certain that I just like screwed up. Like, I like clicked an entrance that I didn't actually do. I was like so certain that I messed up. Because at a certain point, I was like, I don't even think anything I was doing was it. Like, I was pretty sure that like me getting to GT was in logic, but dude, just everything was a mess.
Well, the good thing that came out of all of that, continuing the theme of chat and comms tonight, was the cornucopia of emotions that Andy had on his face,
dude,
throughout that whole time.
Dude, it's like 200 degrees in my office. I'm not wearing a fucking shirt. I can't stream with a webcam. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I have my fan pumping back here.
I've got my overhead fan and my lower fan pointed at me, and it's still really hot.
I mean, you said you were sure. Anyway,
on God. Rando After Dark, y'all.
10:30.
And now it's
Eastern
admin time.
I really enjoyed finding Bomb Shop and having both the red crystals already. That gave me a really good laugh.
In your face when that. Again, if there's an alternate stream where it's just your face blown up in like 240p, like it's a classic. You walked in, you kind of did the
Yep.
walk out, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I was getting with you. Like, I was down to go across the top of the Death Mountain Bridge and drop down, and I'm like, this better be something, because I got nothing.
Yep.
Like, I went back for CT2, like, shit that I'm like, I'm not touching this fucking chest until its last location, or I have both keys so I can get the well. And it's like, nope, I'll go. I guess I'm going back for CT2. Here's your compass, fucking asshole.
Yeah, for like the fourth time I'm taking the Skullwoods connector, I might as well just pit stop in CT and get that chest on my way.
I have a genuine question. Is it faster to drop in that Skullwoods connector or go in the entrance? I like kept changing my mind, and I
I think it's faster to go in the entrance because you have to go up and like hit the stupid like tile.
Yeah, I didn't think about the tile that I had to hit the first time.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably faster to go in the entrance. I also thought about taking the drop down at some point, and I was like, I don't know.
Yeah,
ZW is awesome, by the way. That like Sank start was so good. That was such a cool place to start.
Yeah, y'all
it was really,
both
especially with the early mirror. It was really interesting.
Also, one other thing. I don't know, Andy. I don't know. How did you get to Ganon?
I save and quit.
Okay, that's what I thought was the fastest, and I couldn't decide if it was actually faster or I just felt like being really cute about ZW.
No, I mean, I think if you were in a Dark Worlds dungeon and save and quit, like it might be faster to like not mirror and then save and quit, but I don't know. It's probably faster to just mirror and save and quit.
It's got to be
Yeah.
faster mirror and saving because you're right on top of it, right? So
Yeah.
Although it did have the very funny outcome where if you mess up and fall to Ganon, you walk out and immediately get the walk of shame back into the dark world.
Yeah.
But no, that was a. I mean, that was a marathon, but that was fun. It's always fun racing good people.
Ice Rod also being in literally the same exact spot I got it this afternoon was so stupid.
I saw that Ice Rod and I'm like, there is a 0% chance he's skipping swamp. Left side swamp. Like, I didn't even think about the possibility. I'm like, dude, he messaged me this morning whining about, like, running out of bombs for Specky, which, by the way, was in my head because I had, like, 2 bombs in Swamp Palace. So I didn't even jump down. I didn't diver down there. I just hit the thing and went around. I'm like, my bomb count sucks. We are not messing with this.
God. Yeah, it was funny. Yeah, I didn't have a real reason to skip stuff at that point with how little I had left outside of dungeons.
Yeah, we saturated out the overworld pretty quickly in this scene.
Yeah.
And the only thing I knew is I wasn't effing touching swamp without a hook, or everything past the first chest in swamp without a hook shot with where the small key was.
I did the second chest while I was thinking about what I got on Death Mountain because I got so much stuff and I couldn't remember any of it.
As soon as I got this,
I was so like brain in a blender after taking that Skullwoods connector and then being like, I'll try Spec Cave this time, and then it taking me nowhere, and being like, all right, I guess I'll go back to Hyrule Castle instead. And then, God. And then I saw the Dark Cave and I was like, oh, sick. That's Old Man Rescue. I really want to take that, but I should probably go to Pyramid first. And then I beat Mothula before Pearl there because I was like, well, I got 3 keys and Fire Rod and a hammer. I might as well just do it so I don't have to come back. And then the lamp on Pyramid was just so funny.
It was even better because you had 4 skull keys.
Yeah, I know. Having the 4 skull keys was really good.
I only had 2 when I found it, but then I had a lot more by the time I came back around. But at the time, I'm like, you know what? I know this is a pendant. I don't really feel like super bunnying this. I'll come back here if I have to. Like, I opened the bridge chest in Skullwoods like 9 minutes before I finished, probably at most.
Oh, nice.
I was like,
okay.
you know, this is all garbage. Like, I don't want to touch this. I am running out of logic. I want this pearl. I don't want to make the seed slower. Like, I'm just gonna focus on the shit that was in logic because I had a pretty good track on logic at that point. Helped by the fact that if you go into my chat, you will see a very, very helpful note of me trying to type swamp small behind hookshot don't dip swamp or something like that. In my chat.
I did put that in all caps in my notes right under no hovering. Sometimes I just need a little reminder.
We theory crafted what was going to happen if you failed that Ice Palace bomb jump more than like one time. If you were gonna auto hover and be like, "This is awkward."
Yeah, dude. Even like the boots location made it so much worse because I got boots and I was like, "Cool." Instead of mirroring back to Hyrule Castle after I checked the rest of desert, I'm just gonna check Hookshot Cave and check that connector instead, and that just led to, it was fine. It led to ice and then just East Death Mountain, but it took me away from Hyrule Castle more quickly.
Yeah. I mean, you can 2000% 8x the VOD where y'all did that same, like, all right, I'm gonna go to Skullwoods to mirror to Hyrule Castle, do this, like, and just play the Benny Hill theme music, and that's.
I was like seriously, just put the Benny Hill theme on us, like running circles around Meyer and Pod to get. Oh my god, I took that so many times.
Yeah.
Honestly, the single best part of getting the flute was knowing I can get back to Meyer without having to come back here, because I never want to see this entrance again.
I literally said that when you pulled that.
Same.
I'm like, has to do that.
I was like, sick. I can get to Death Mountain without doing the most insane. I was if I didn't have the flute when I was going back to GT to like inevitably do right side or whatever, I was gonna save and quit Uncle instead, and then take bumper connector to get up there to save me a little time. But God, dude,
it made me happy to see Andy at one point run back and forth like he was looking for directions on where to go. As far as the entrances, I was like, he's finally cooked like me. So
this one definitely cooked me pretty bad.
This was a pretty high difficulty seed. This was a nasty one.
yeah, 2:15 or 2:16 finish time between the two of you. Like, honestly, it's really good just because of Boots and Mirror helped the beginning. Imagine not having the luxury of that.
Oh my god.
We might just be getting to Mire at this point.
Yeah, I'm real glad. I actually kind of thought for a second, like, do I fade Dark Cross and Greed on the Hyrule Castle Small? I'm like, no, that's fucking stupid. It grabbed him like, oh my god, that could have been so bad. Especially when I then bomb jumped Spec Rock and I got the lamp there, and I'm like, oh, if there's a connector here, this is just in logic too.
Oh, was that at Pyramid Fairy?
Yeah, that was Pyramid Fairy.
Okay, yeah, I refused to bomb jump that because I was like, I'm just gonna get stuck and then cry about going through Skullwoods for the 8th time.
I kind of thought about it, and I'm like, nah, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'll just like get spit out and go back in, and I walk in. I'm like, okay, well at least I can Boots turn back to this motherfucker. I'm a bunny.
Yeah. The best part though, between Alaszun didn't even need a webcam to see the grief of the spiral cave at the top of East Death Mountain, because the both of you were just like, oh god, do I do this? Okay, I guess I have to do this.
There's no way you don't. There's like 0% chance you don't.
When I was getting close to like dead last location, I'm like trying to evaluate my state. I'm like, I'm really cooked if Andy didn't do Spiral Cave, but how the fuck do you not do Spiral Cave in this scene?
Yeah, and someone in chat's like, oh, well, you skipped. I'm like, there's no way you hit that point with everything that's happened and go, yeah, I'm skipping this, right? Like, it's preposterous because of just...
The way to get there is so bad. Like, I hadn't gone through Hyrule left for a while, and I almost was like, you know what, I'm just gonna not bunny walk this. I don't have enough stuff in play. I've already been to the pyramid, and so let me check, like, one or two other connectors I had. And then I, like, walked into Monkey House, and I'm like, oh, thank God it's the mountain. Finally. Since I assumed the mountain was going to have a bunch of stuff, and then I did the entire mountain minus the 2 dropdowns, and it was garbage. Oh, man.
All right,
Overall,
I need to
though,
go eat some
very
dinner
excited.
and probably go ingest some alcohol of some variety after that.
Oh god, drink some for me.
For real.
Will do. All right, triple shot it is.
See you in the hospital, gamer.
God. But yeah, thanks for calming this disaster, gamers. I appreciate it. Thanks for Race and Alaszun. GG's on 4-0. I'll see you in brackets.
Yeah, hopefully see you there, bud.
Andy, want to do this shit next week? Relive our garbage from last year? All right, have a good night.
Jesus. Oh man.
I still think Zaf has like the best Daaanty restream post-game interview that's ever happened on the Daaanty restream.
Oh yeah, where he was having a Baja Blast last time.
Don't worry, Baja Blast gamer moment came back. Don't think it fucking didn't.
It totally did. Oh man. Oh. Well, this was a blast. I'm glad we actually got to do this. I'm glad I stayed up late. It was worth being past my bedtime. Zaf, thank you so much for calming this one. I know you said you were dealing with travel, Mike, but do appreciate you making the time for it.
Thank you for having me as always.
And a huge thanks to Andy and Alaszun for racing for us tonight and letting us cast the race. Hope you guys have a good one. We'll see you on the next race.
Thank you all for the restream. Greatly appreciated.
Later, y'all.